sometimes the future can be told, and the truth can sound stranger than fiction. Well, today I'm going to share a story that actually makes no sense, but it's totally true. But before we get started, if you're a fan of strange people telling weird stories, well, you've come to the right channel. So if that's of interest to you, please click that like button, grab a bowl of soggy chicken chips, and let's get into it. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, it's time to get into the story. This is not my personal story, but in order to do this story justice, it has to be told in the first person. So I'm just an actor. I was once on a U.S. military ship, actually in the Navy, in Wardrobe, which is the officers' lounge where the operations officers come inside and have a bagel and coffee. This guy was the definition of an early morning jerk. Came in and he just looked angry. I mean, you know the type. He kind of stumbled in, eye furled, looking kind of cockeyed. He was like a mean troll holding a bagel and sipping on a cup of joe. He sits down in front of me. His energy fills the room. But it's odd because he looks like he's still 90% asleep, like an angry sleepwalker. And he starts gnawing on this bagel, and I'm sitting on the starboard side of the ship. That's the right side. My back to the cold steel. The sun is coming right through the porthole and beaming this guy directly into the face. It looked awful. It looked painful. And I'm waiting for this guy to either shift left or right to get out of that path of the sunlight. But he doesn't flinch. It looked excruciating. But instead, this legend slowly reaches for the phone on the wall, brings it up to his head, says, "Bridge, this is ops. I need you to adjust a few degrees." He listens and then says, "Either way, you pick." Click. Now this is a massive boat, often taking a mile or two to respond to a direction or even stop. And as I'm watching Mr. Ops not move, not flinch, still cockeyed, sunlight hitting him like a laser beam, then all of a sudden, like it was heaven sent, this massive ship tilts slightly, and the laser of sunlight just gradually begins to shift off Mr. Ops and ends up on the wall right behind him. He literally redirected thousands of tons of steel and hundreds of people just because he was too lazy to move right or left, or maybe he was just too powerful and he was sending a message. So this guy then just looks at me, doesn't say a word, and just keeps eating his bagel. Mr. Ops, if you're listening, you're a legend and you have my full respect. I was and still am in awe. That's a true story.